I only date black men. I love athletes. I only mostly date athletes. I might be a little bit of a different kind of Russian because, again, you know, when people look at me, I can only share my experience.
Yeah.
I don't know what anybody else is going through because I only lived my experience. Hey, that's the thing. I don't like when people call me white.
What's going on? It's your girl, JQ, athlete, lifestyle manager, PR rep.
And it's your boy Spoon, man, retired athlete, man, just really trying to figure this thing out.
And you're now locked into another amazing episode of the Count It Me Out podcast.
Count it me out.
Another night, another great guest in the building. Someone that loves and has a passion for tennis, an entrepreneur, has a successful, excuse me, I said sex.
Oh, see, and this what I be saying.
Hold on. Because we know that in some of her episodes on her podcast, she goes
go left. It will go left.
And we may get into that a little bit.
Man.
I don't know how Spoon feels about that. But anyway, successful podcaster, Miss Les. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you guys doing?
You look great.
We are good. We appreciate you stopping by.
You're looking like money.
First time ever. But first time in a very long time. I don't look homeless, guys, so I don't have my merch on. I was like, I just want to look good, you know?
No, you knew you was coming to the Count Me Out spot, man. Just come on, put that shit on.
There you go. See? You forgot to say my type is athletes, so like that's
we're going to get into that.
Okay.
So that's why you dressed up.
Yeah.
Look,
Wait, is he single?
No,
are you single?
No, I'm
So
not.
why are you doing that?
I'm just talking shit for the pod. We on camera.
Hold on, Les. That is what he's known for, is talking shit on the podcast.
No. That's not how that goes.
Listen, look.
That's not how that goes. Not how that goes.
I'm going to clock them every time. You know, it's always a thing. It's always the thing. And where I go, I just did this other podcast in Miami. This other married guy, he was like clearly trying to flirt with me. And I was like, listen, what is your wife going to think about this?
And what was his response? Hold on. I want to know, what was his response?
Oh, he kept trying. And then he was just, I'm just a fan. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, gang. I got to keep it a brick, man. I ain't, no offense, because you're beautiful for sure, but I ain't never, the white women, man.
What's up with the white women?
Nothing's wrong.
So, okay, that's the thing. I don't like when people call me white because I'm Russian. I'm not white. Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. I don't. Elaborate. Not just for me, just for everybody listening. What's the difference between a white girl and are you just Russian? Yeah.
So you say you're Russian, not white.
Yeah.
So elaborate on the difference between a white woman and a Russian woman.
So when you say white, what do you think about?
European.
European?
Yeah.
When I say white, I think about white American. And to me, white American culture has nothing to do with the way that I was raised, the way I grew up. So I just can't relate to those people. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can relate to. I can't relate to white privilege because I'm an immigrant. So that already takes away all the privileges that you can possibly think of. I've been in corporate America. White men rule the world there, and trust me, as much as I've tried, I've been fired instead of being promoted. So I can't relate to that. There's so many things that has happened in my life.
Politically correct me normally says European.
I think you're making shit up right now, but
no, I'm serious because you got to be politically correct. I didn't want to step on your toes anyway, but
I'm not from Europe, right? Russia is not Europe. So I'm from the Asian part of Russia, and Russia is Eurasia. So we're not actually considered Europe. So we're like a complete...
No, you just asked me what I meant when I said...
Yeah. So I'm from Eastern Europe, and the way that I grew up, by the way, shameless plug, go watch the episode of Talk Less show with Carlos Miller. You will understand what I mean. I literally did a 2.5-hour episode on how Black culture and Russian culture is similar.
I was going to ask you that, yeah.
2.5-hour episode, and I literally I did a lot of research, and I was like, I'm going to sit across Carlos Miller and ask him those questions, because who but not Carlos Miller to talk about black culture. It's such a great experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like when people call me white. It's like, I feel like it's, to me, also, so this is another thing about Russians, right? If you were to translate white, it literally, it's as if somebody's calling you poor. Like literally somebody's telling you that you're so broke that you don't have enough money to go and see the sun so you can get some tan. So it's actually offensive.
In Russia.
In Russia. So
What can you say the translation? What does that sound like?
no, it's like if you say like bieli, it's like it means like that's literally it's a bieli, right? So it means like white skin. So usually white skin. Bieli.
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 So if you say like white
I'm finna
skin,
start calling y'all Bieli.
so everybody's trying to get tan, right? So like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. Like all the girls, they're trying to look more tan. It's not like Korea; it's the opposite.
Yeah.
So like everybody's trying to look a little bit darker than they are because we don't have access to the sun like you guys have here. You know, like well, I guess like we have now.
Yeah.
So does cold weather bother you being from Russia? Are you
I
like
hate cold weather. Don't put me in cold weather. I would be Miami quick.
So is that different? Is Western Russia different from Eastern Russia then?
Yeah, it's very different.
Okay.
So,
So is it warmer where you're from, or is it just brick cold all the time too?
No, I'm from Siberia. So,
I know Siberia cold as shit.
Yeah, so that's where I'm from.
So how you don't like cold weather if you from it?
If you've been put in like a freezing chamber for 14 years
Yeah, you're
of
gonna
your
get tired
life,
of it, yeah.
I think
No
you're gonna
cap.
say I don't want it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't like. I will only go see snow if it's snowboarding or skiing. I'm not going to just snow just so I can see snow. Yeah, that's cool, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you
I've
ain't
lived
got to
my
worry
fair
about
share
none of that.
of cold weather.
I'm not a fan of cold weather either.
I like-
Miami's a little too hot for me.
Ooh,
That's why you got to just come to Black Hollywood.
I
The
love.
humidity.
No, I love
Black
Atlanta. I
Hollywood.
love Miami.
Atlanta, we got the best weather. It'll be hot, cold in the morning. It'll snow by lunch.
Where?
Sun here. The sun comes out by the time you get off work for
Yeah.
2 hours, and
then
then
it
it's
rains.
nighttime at 5:30. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, 100%. Every day.
So you
the
said
pollen count is outrageous.
Yeah,
I
the
opened up my
pollen-
window and I almost died.
Yeah.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
That's
I
something
opened up my
serious right
window and the pollen came through like fucking powdered donut dust.
It's crazy. It is
Yeah,
crazy.
sick.
Now, Les, I do want to ask you, let's backtrack a little bit. You had stated that you feel like the Russian culture and the Black culture share similarities. Elaborate on that. What are some of the upbringing, some of the culture that you find that is similar between the two?
I mean, just the basic stuff, like you got to respect your elders, you know? So like that's the family values are really big. So like your family is your everything. You know, it's like, it's very important to be around your family.
Yeah.
And you got to accept them how they are. You might not hang out with them, but you got to accept them and love them how they are. You know, food,
Yeah.
okay? You know, like gatherings, and spending time together, like celebrations, playing card games. Like people don't know that,
You
but
don't
we're
know how to play spades.
Okay, I got a confession.
JQ, not right now. Not right now, man. Damn, we trying to blend the Russian and Black culture. You gonna say some goof? What you finna say? What you finna say?
I do not
Damn,
know
I knew that's what you was about to
play
say,
spades.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Honestly, it's not.
If
I've
you
tried.
take card lessons from a Russian, I'ma know something. If you just sit here and take card lessons, I'm just talking shit, Les. Don't mind me.
I told you
promise.
this is
Don't
him
mind me.
all-
Don't
Here's
mind
the
me. I
thing.
promise. I promise.
Here's the thing. I might be a little bit of a different kind of Russian because, again, you know, when people look at me, I can only share my experience.
Yeah.
I don't know what anybody else is going through because I only lived my experience. I was born in the city called Krasnoyarsk. I wasn't born in a wealthy family. I grew up in a one-bedroom apartment. It's like a one-bedroom apartment with 400 square foot, okay? 4 people that are my size, 6'2" and above, in that little space. That's how I grew up.
Fellas, I'ma cut her off. I know a lot of y'all gonna be in my DMs, bruh. Are you single, Les?
I'm single, but I'm not dating.
She not looking. I know some of y'all thirsty motherfuckers gonna be in there anyway. We gonna drop her tags. Please don't
ready,
DM me
Les.
about Miss Les, cause that's not, you feel what I'm saying?
It don't matter what you say. They're still going to be in my DMs. It's fine.
Facts.
Because you love athletes. You like Black.
Black men. Yeah, I only
Yeah.
date black men. I love athletes. I only mostly date athletes. If you're not athletic, I just don't
Hold
really-
on.
Hey,
hold
I
on.
damn near could give five of my dogs
Hey,
that's gonna
I
be
just
front
saw-
line, twin.
Okay, if they're athletes, if they're like former NBA players, we can, you know, send them my way. We can vet them out. But I just saw this one guy said on Instagram, he was like, this girl only used to date NBA players and they were giving her like $30,000 allowance. So shit, if you got $30,000 allowance, hit my line because I need $30,000 to put in my podcast.
Okay.
So is that what you're looking for in an athlete?
What?
Just money?
Back? Hell no. I see that. Obviously, it's all jokes and fun. Money is great, but at the end of the day, like
you have your own.
I have my own, and I got to be able to I got to do my own thing. If this is what I always tell everybody before they even start talking to me, before they even approach me, I said, listen, I'm crazy, I'm demanding. I got my own shit going, and if you're not with it, just don't even start because I'm not going to stop doing my podcast. I'm gonna have some fine-ass man sitting across from me. You know, sometimes I'm going to flirt with them. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about all those things. If you're not with it, then it is what it is.
Yeah, they have to be comfortable with your lifestyle.
And understanding what I do because, like, this is my passion.
He does it. You just have to ignore him because he does this when he goes off on a tangent and he pretends that he's speaking to the audience when,
yeah. But then
did you just
editing.
stop the show? What are you doing?
I can't hear you.
Stop the show.
Huh? That wasn't, that was for the people.
What did you say? What did you say?
What did you
when
say?
the episode dropped.
What are they gonna say?
Huh?
What are they gonna do?
I don't know. I was just talking to them. They're my folks. These my real folks, gang.
So I tried.
I know that y'all heard.
I've dated. I'm a former college hooper, so I've dated majority athletes. But at one point in time, I tried to go to the other side, and this young man was not a young man because he's older now, but at the time he was.
How you know he older? What, you still talk to him?
Anywho, no. So, yeah, he does this all the time, Les. Anywho, so he was non-athletic. He was in the Army, and I tried it. He was biracial.
Worst relationship ever.
It did not work.
Girl, it doesn't work. I will be very honest because even like a former NBA player that I dated, right? I used to wake up at 5 a.m. to play tennis because I just quit my corporate job, right? So I can go full on podcasting and do other things that's content creation and, strategy and all that. Because like I'm a very business oriented person, but I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and go play tennis at 6 a.m. because I didn't have any other time to play tennis. But I'm not going to stop playing tennis. This man would be on my line telling me, you're always tired, but you should stop waking up at 5 a.m. and playing tennis. You can just like wake up at 7 or 8 and you can, think about your podcast and so you can save time. And I'm like, bro,
I ain't gonna lie,
just because
bro.
you fat, like I'm not trying to get
Not
fat.
I'm saying, bro might have been on to something though.
But
Because if you whine and complain about being tired during the day, I don't want to hear it. Stop waking up at 5.
Here's the difference. This is why I called my show Talk Less. And the slogan is Talk Less, Do More. You can complain, but you can still do things, right? I can say those things. But it's like, I always complain, when Cam Newton's episode dropped, that was the biggest complaint in my life because I messed up so bad. I messed up like that was supposed to be the episode that was going to put me on the map.
Right.
Because it's in what world do you just have Cam Newton reaching out to you? It doesn't happen. And when I messed up with the whole uploading and like had to re-upload it, I thought that this shit was over. I sat on the floor and I said, this is over. This is done. And I'm a month away from quitting corporate job, and I wake up to my episode with Cam Newton doing 26 views.
Yeah.
So, and I sat there and I said, I'm done. I texted my friend, Mr. Organic, shout out to Mr. Organic. He was on the phone with me, he was literally talking me off the ledge. He was like, just relax. It's the name of the game. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was like, no, this is just how I am. This is my personality.
Now, was that just something that you did wrong on your end?
I did something wrong. Yeah, my cat jumped on my keyboard when I was editing the episode. And it's my fault. It's my fault.
So you're the cat lady. All right, fellas, look now. She has cats. She is from Russia.
One cat. Don't give me plural. I can only handle one. And she's like a dog. I have a husky and I have a cat. So yeah,
Oh yeah, you Ace Ventura pet detective. You got parrots, you got birds at your crib too. Ferrets.
No, I would love to. No, I'm an animal lover. I would take all of them in, except snakes and all that weird shit. I'm not with it. But yeah, so that's just how I am as a person. I'm very emotional. Like I complain. And I've learned that it's okay to express your emotions. I'm a girl at the end of the day. I can't be a machine that's always happy and always doing the right things. Like I'm a human. But people expect from me like I'm supposed to be this, I'm supposed to be that. And I said, fuck y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna just do whatever I need to do. Like, and especially that's why it's hard for me to date because like it's a lot that comes with me.
Well, you said you want 30,000 in the black athlete, so
shit,
you kind of narrowed your.
Listen, I never even got $100,000, but I'm like 30,000. Like I can only imagine a girl is sitting there. Like, can you imagine a girl was like, yeah, for me to date you is 30,000 a month.
I just watched the interview on. I can't remember the woman's name. She said some stupid shit.
On the podcast.
Yeah, I cut it off.
I saw the clip.
But yeah, talking about she's 50,000 a date.
A day?
Yeah, no, to date her, like she needs $50,000 a month.
Oh no, to me, I was like, this is crazy. This
Yeah,
is the
she tried
numbers
to.
that
She
they're-
actually tried to go clean it up. Like she tried to say, "Well, no, this is what I meant," and it's like, "Shut up! Like, what are you talking about? Shut up!"
That is crazy. I'm like, first of all, see, I'm big on value. So like to me, it's like, what kind of value do you bring for $30,000 a month? What kind of money this man needs to make because he's giving you 30,000? Like
folks be
even
cap.
when I get sponsorships, like I go above and beyond just to make sure that they get their money worth.
Yeah.
Because like I'm responsible for this. I
Yeah.
can't just take the money. Like for what am I taking the money? What do I have to give you?
Yeah,
That's the question. For
definitely
30,000.
get tricky. That's where it get tricky when they with that reciprocation come on back now, because they want something. They need something.
But it's like at the same time, they got other ventures that they got to explore too. So it's like, how much are they spending? 100K on just women?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of them guys that might be
They would do that.
I got a
and not
couple rich
mind it.
partners that done told me some stories about them doing some foolish things.
But I feel like the men that have that type of money, they're looking for a type of women to control. Because I always feel that the men that are out here that's just graciously giving money away to the women, they know that they can control mentally.
Nah, they be lame.
I mean that too.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why the dating space for the world is where it's at right now is because everybody's included. Like everybody wants to be included in
what?
everybody's situation. Like when we post this, everybody's gonna know, or they're gonna want to know what Les got going on. They're gonna be in your DMs. You feel what I'm saying?
course.
And that's just the age of inclusion is I want to know what you doing. I can know what you doing. I could get online and figure out everything about you. And that wasn't a thing before.
See, this is the thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
I think people get to hide behind social media. Like being
Right.
able to effectively and articulate your words is a skill. Like a lot of people don't have, especially now because they hide behind social media.
But I think you have to, so this is where there's got to be a fine line, right? Like my life is on social media. Like, and I have no problem with it, but there's certain things like personal life is always going to stay personal.
See,
Yeah.
but that's not on social media.
What do you mean?
Your personal life.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying, that like
'Cause you're
there's-
controlling
yeah,
what
there
people
is-
see.
There's a fine line between what you're willing to share
Yep.
and what you should share. So, even like yesterday, I was on the phone with my friend and also a very, very known person. Like people like go and watch him perform. So it's like he's a very well known person. And I said, let me Google myself. And he's like, damn, like I can't even find your last name because everything is like I curate what I want to show. I don't want people to be in my like super, super personal space because that's doing too much. I will share what I want to share that's going to be useful and impactful for people, maybe entertaining for people. But everything else, I'm going to keep it to myself because something has to stay to myself. There's like friendships that I've lost. I'm not going public with it. I'm not going to like, name no names. I'm not, if anything, I wish them love. And I've always been this person that like, I don't care. Even if we fall apart, if I know that there is business that can be done with you, I'm gonna send those people your way.
Yeah.
Unless you've done bad business with me, that's a different conversation. But if we just fell out as people, but you're doing good business, always will do that. Like I've always shown love and support. I don't, even if it fell out, I'm gonna still like your picture. I'm gonna still comment on your video just because like I know that matters to you because
Right.
that's gonna grow
Right,
your
right,
account.
Yeah.
So like I've always been that person, but again, there's certain things that I just want to keep personal and private. Like, especially like when I see people posting relationships publicly, like it hurts my soul to see what happens because people eat them alive.
Live, yeah.
I don't understand why it's so like when somebody gets pregnant, it's such a big deal. It's like, well, it's a normal part of life. People get pregnant, people have kids, people get married, people divorce, people having sex, people have relationships, people do all those things. But the way that we do, we just create such a weird thing out of it.
Unspoken rule of thumb for every guy on the internet, pregnancy photos get you blocked. 100%. My block list is of fine shit that got pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why?
Half of the block list for sure. I was hurt, gang. I was so hurt.
That it wasn't your baby?
No. When Drea posted Drea posted she was pregnant again, oh, it hurt my heart, bro. It almost felt like when the Falcons lost the Super Bowl. Like I had that feeling and I was hurt.
Falcons were in the Super Bowl?
Listen,
That was
Les,
years
because I
ago.
don't even
was
really
years
want our relationship or whatever
he gets
this is.
sensitive about
I don't
that.
even want whatever this is to go left. Like I just leave the Falcons out.
Listen, I just found out what Falcons were. Yeah.
Again,
less is
just
more.
leave my Falcons out of it. We don't got to discuss my birds.
Can I tell you something? So I just went to the Falcons game like this last season for the first time. Let me tell you something. No, listen to me. Relax.
I'm going to let you go.
Every time I went to the game in person, they won. And
well, what the hell is you doing not getting season tickets, gang? Hey, Arthur Blank, listen. Penix, goddamn Tony Gonzalez, we got to get less season tickets because we 4-0 with her being at the game. So we got to figure it out.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said,
what's buddy name, Jeff? We just signed the quarterback, Tua, man. I know you can't remember shit else, man. We need to remember to get less.
Give me season
tickets.
I will go to the games.
Yeah, for sure.
The
first game we lose, we taking that shit back.
Yeah.
So just as long as we're on the same page,
I have a chance to go to, I will go. I actually had so much fun. So Falcons mean a lot to me because my first big sponsorship came from going to the Falcons game.
Oh, wow.
That's what we do here. That's what we do here in Atlanta is Black Hollywood.
It is
and
Black
you're
Hollywood.
black almost because you said Eastern Russians and black people like the same shit.
You never studied geography, huh?
That's what you told me.
That wasn't my strongest subject.
Eurasia.
I'm not from Eastern Russia. I'm from the middle part of Russia, but it's Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
My fault.
Do you feel that there's a maturity level as far as individuals that are in a similar space where they're publicly out there sharing personal versus just business? Do you think it takes a maturity person to be able to balance the two? I know for me, when I started off with my own business, my social media page, you saw nothing about my personal life.
Yeah.
Whereas now, as I'm growing in my business in the sports space, the only time that you'll really see my personal stuff is going to be in the stories. But you're only going to see so much of it. Like to this day, no one, well, I'm not going to say no one knows because the majority of everybody here knows, but a lot of people don't know who I date.
Yeah.
I do.
Of course, you know, because you're,
My fault.
yeah.
I mean, same. I honestly, like, it's to the point where I sometimes don't tell my closest friends who I date.
Really?
It
you know
ruins
what?
that space, man.
There's only like one person, like my best friend who lives in California. She's the only person who's gonna know like people that I date.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm gonna keep that shit to myself. I've learned to just keep it all to myself until I'm ready to share because people want to insert themselves into your life.
Is that when you get engaged, married, or have?
What I'm gonna share on social media?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You just gonna pop up on the internet pregnant with a fiance?
I don't, because see, my brand is not me being in a relationship. I don't need to pop out in anything with anything, ring or not, married or not. It don't matter to people. Like my brand is still gonna stay my brand. It's me, right? Like I've shared a lot of my dating stories, but it's also from like years ago or like, you know, I did a couple episodes where I talked about some experiences and, you know, I kind of realized that nobody really cares. Because at the time I wasn't really known. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sweep that under the rug.
They want to hear that shit now, though. And so we just going to spin back on what you just said because I feel like you got some good dating stories.
Ooh, I got so many.
That's what I'm saying. So just give us the first one that just came into your mind when you gazed up in the sky when you did it. Give us that
but hold up. She asked me about like if it's maturity as far as like posting content. So let's get to that.
And then women thing first. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's all about, you know, how you can position yourself. And it's not, I don't think it's about maturity. It's about how entertaining you can be. Because like you can be very, very entertaining. Because here's the thing. A lot of people think that I'm so dumb and I'm this and I'm that. I'm really goofy in real life. Like I'm a very goofy person. I will always joke. People are trying to make me do stand-up, and I'm like, I'm scared. I'm scared, but I might, okay? But so, and then like a lot of times, for example, when Carlos's episode aired, the whole thing about giving a donut and a hug, that was a real story that happened a day before. And people are like, oh, ain't no fucking way. I'm like, yes way. I literally went to my friend's house. He had a bad day.
I gave him a donut.
I brought him, it wasn't a donut. It was from Perry's Baguette, 2 pastries that I wanted to eat, but he had a bad day. So I was like, here, eat the pastries. And he ate the pastries. And he's like, I don't want to finish them because I don't want to get fat. I was like, okay, well, I hope you have a good day.
Yeah,
Gave him a hug, left.
See, again, because I don't want to offend nobody. That's Russian.
Could be.
I don't
know.
want to call you white because you don't like being called
No,
white.
I
but
would have to
that's-
disagree with you on that because I probably would have done the same thing.
Like the
with,
thing is,
with wings though. You're not going pastry. Shasha said she showed her
What
with
if,
some
what,
Danishes.
if, what if he liked pastries?
Did you know he liked pastries?
so I called him because he called me. He was having. I mean, it was some like really bad stuff that was going on, and I was literally at Paris Baguette. I was just like I was out of the nail shop and I was buying pastries, and I said, "Hey, I'm getting some pastries. Do you want some?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll eat them." So I bought the pastries, and I just
was said person black.
yeah, very.
Very black.
He's black, yeah. He's black. But I think that's not the point. The point is that later on he called me and he was like, you know, I'm very grateful that you just came out because like I just needed to like be next to somebody. Just sometimes you just need to be in that space. So like, you know, people obviously, but we turned it into comedy. So now
Yeah.
donuts and hugs is apparently like a sexual thing that
Yeah,
we do.
shout out to bro, man, for finessing the donuts.
I
That
mean,
was fire.
it's such a good thing. Like, I would love if somebody just pulled up and gave me like a donut and a
Yeah.
hug. So this is what I had. I had one guy that is like, now he's a good friend of mine, but I was having a bad day and I was complaining like I usually do. And I was
Should've
just
pulled
like,
up with them goddamn pastries.
no, he pulled up with a Bible.
Yeah, nah, that's not time for that.
I'm not joking. He goes, hey, come
It's not time for
downstairs.
that.
I come downstairs. Literally, he's standing there with a Bible. He's like, you got to read the book.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Hey, but you know what? Helps. It helps a lot. So now whenever like
With the Bible in your hand and the pastries.
That was very thoughtful of
Bible
him.
in one hand, pastries in the other.
there you go. See,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I'm
a
saying.
hug with both.
We gotta come up with a flyer for the pastries and Bibles nights.
I think we should do an event.
People
Donuts
might
and
pull up
hugs.
donuts and hugs.
Yes.
But
Hey,
I
are
think,
y'all fucking with that chat? Donuts
Donuts
and
and
hugs?
hugs. I think that's such a great event.
I think it depends on the two individuals. And the reason why I say that is because if I know that my best friend is having of the opposite sex.
This wasn't your best friend.
Hold
though, was it?
on.
It's a good friend of mine.
A good
Not
friend.
a best friend, but a good friend.
Okay, so friend, best friend. But if you guys have that relationship and you know that he's had a bad day and you know that there's boundaries set, I don't think there's anything wrong with you showing up to his house.
That's
with-
cap.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, that's cap.
I think that the only reason, the
You
only
guys are
way that it's
women,
going to be
that's
looking.
cap.
No, like I said, it takes both individuals.
Yeah, there's only boundaries on
Okay.
one side.
What side? My side?
Yeah, every time.
Okay.
When men and women deal with each other, the boundary comes from the woman's side.
You know, there's a world where men actually don't want just sex from you. There
No,
is
yeah,
a world that exists.
100%. That's a fact. I'm speaking in general. And generally speaking,
Yeah.
men think one way and women think
Yeah.
another. So you taking the donuts was cool as shit, 100%. In the back of his mind, he was thinking, man, if she just got down.
What?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, I appreciate these donuts. Boy, I would have loved some head with these hoes.
I will call this man and I will ask him.
No, don't ask him. Just portray it like you own that.
I don't know. That's not.
No, I'm
that's
telling
not
you what's gonna happen.
No.
You gonna call him like, hey, I got some more donuts. Like, do you want to watch Netflix tonight? He gonna be like, hell yeah. Like,
I mean, obviously, it's a friend. Of course, you'd want to watch Netflix. You don't watch Netflix with your friends?
no, it's not
See,
allowed.
this is the thing. This is another thing that people like.
And
the
you know
way
why they put that?
so
They
let-
put
let
that
me-
shit. Are you still watching on Netflix? You know why they put that on there? Because that's what Netflix leads to.
Listen. Here's the thing about me. There is a boundary when I know that a man who I'm friends with, if he's in a relationship, it's off limits at this point because I don't want his woman to feel any type of way because if that was me, I would hate to be her thinking about what he's doing. I just
Right.
have respect to a woman, right? Like I just respect them that way. Now, if he's single, then like, you know, our friendship is our friendship. I don't think that there's anything wrong, but like I'm very like I know how to build boundaries around
Yeah,
the
buddy,
friendship.
buddy in the tuck for sure.
It's not-
Buddy,
it's
buddy
not
in the
that.
tuck in the bushes, waiting for you one night to get drunk and bring them donuts
Oh my
to
God,
him
that's
for
not,
sure.
no, that's not true.
Fonz, am I lying, Fonz? Yes or no?
That
Yes
is
or no?
not,
Okay, I'm just
that
saying yes
is
or no.
not true because again, I think I don't know how, but in my lifetime, I was able to build really good relationships with men, like actually really good friendships with men. Like Josh Powell, for example, somebody who came on your show. I can call Josh and we can talk about the most intimate, like the most vulnerable things.
And then the moment you offer Josh some ass, you know what he gonna do?
You think Josh is married?
The moment you offer Josh some ass, you know what
Josh
Josh
is going
gonna
to
do?
kill you because you were putting Josh. Like you got to understand, Josh is like very religious
Josh
man.
is married, so let's backtrack.
Yeah, let's backtrack and let's
15
make
years
sure.
ago.
But
it'd have
15
been a
years
little
ago, that was not legal for me to, go
You
nowhere.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put
But
that
I'm just
disclaimer
telling you
out.
that like there is a world where a man and a woman can be friends. Now, if one of those two people is in a relationship, that's a completely different conversation because now you need to make sure that the other person is okay with it. Like I've dated people before who have, female friends. I don't have a problem with it. But the moment that some shit is shady, then that's when it,
So you're okay with, if you were dating someone, you would be okay with him having female friends?
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you have? I think see, this is where people kind of get the whole dating thing confused. I'm not going to prison. I'm not being locked up. Okay, like this is not a final destination. I want you to live your life. I can't stop you. If you want to go and cheat on me, you're gonna go and cheat on me regardless.
Right, regardless. That's
I
true.
cannot stop you.
Yeah.
If I want to go cheat on you, I'm gonna go and cheat on you. There's
Yeah.
nothing in this world that's gonna stop me. Just my discernment. So I'm not the person that's going to control how you're gonna do it, what you're gonna do it. Like if I'm in a relationship with a person, we gotta bring each other value. I don't want to sit here and think about who you messing with, who you talking to. I got a business to run. If I'm thinking about that, I don't want to be with you. I don't have time for this. You got to prove your character, got to be to the point where it's me and you, we go and do our things and we come together and we're one and we're building this life together. That's it. And if it doesn't happen this way, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm sorry. I just, I'm not going to sit here and go through all this like emotional mess just because I've been through that. I don't want that.
But there are certain things that I'm sure that you wouldn't.
Obviously, I'm not going to tolerate. But again, like
Right.
if I find out you cheated on me, you get
Well,
the fuck out of my
not
face.
only that, Les.
What are you like 25 to 30 range?
I'm 31.
31.
So let's say you're dating a guy, he has a close female friend. You're not okay with them going out to an event together, just them two.
If they got to go to the event together, go to the event together. I don't care. Well, what do I have to do with that? If let's say I'm working, I'm filming, I'm doing some other things. If they got to go to the event, they can go to the event. Again, if there is something, because my intuition is going to tell me.
Yeah.
I've learned to trust
Woman's
my
intuition is everything.
It is
Yes.
so on point that I know when some shit is going to go south. But again, like, I know how I can be with my guy friends. Like I will never ever put them in a position where
Right.
if anything, like I don't know why, but I've always been so protective of my guy friends. Like even if they're doing some messed up shit, like I have one friend who was, he wasn't doing the right thing, okay? Like with his girlfriend, he wasn't doing the right thing. But when she came and started, because he never took it nowhere, but he knew he was messing up. And I was just like, I said, listen, this one time, I'm gonna cover your ass. I'm gonna cover your ass. But
So
I-
part of
you
the problem.
lied.
You part of the problem.
Yeah, I didn't
You
lie.
part of the problem.
Huh?
You
I
part of
didn't
the
lie.
problem.
I didn't lie, but I said, because the thing is, she escalated to the point that it was like, it never went to that point.
Yeah.
It was not that bad. It was a lot of alcohol involved, and he was just drunk. But then the girl that was around him, she was doing too much. Like the girl was doing too much because she was like, oh, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. And it got to the point where I was like, girl, you gotta go. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta go. I'm not gonna start shit, but like, you gotta go. So when his girl came, it was like a little bit, a little ruffle here and there. But I was like, listen, nothing happened. Truly nothing happened. And it was truly that girl. Like, is he right by allowing this girl to act like this? No.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, he was like, I love my girlfriend. I wanted to work out. I'm like, okay.
What do you think would have happened if you wasn't there?
Oh my God, this shit just went dumb.
Through there.
See, the thing about me too, like I grew up with a brother, so
Yeah.
like I've always been around men. Like I literally, since I was a little kid, like I was always around. Like when I went to kindergarten, it was 2 girls, so it was me and another girl, and then 10 boys. So I've always been around boys. I've always been around men. So it's like I kind of like, I'm cool with them. I'm
Yeah.
comfortable around men. So sometimes I'm not comfortable around women because
Same here.
I'm very very hardcore, and there's a lot of things that like I'm not dramatic. Like you do some drama shit, I'm out. I don't have time for this. Like when people start like gossiping, doing all that, we can talk about something once, but when you start bringing this shit up again and again and
It's
again and again,
tiring. Yeah.
it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And I don't like to like bash people behind their backs. I'm not really into that. I can say some shit, but if anything, I can say it to the person's face. I have no
Yeah.
shame. I will literally, if I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you to your face.
Yeah.
I don't like you. I'm gonna be very nice about that, but I'm gonna tell you like this is what I don't like about you, and this is how I feel. So it's hard for me to build friendships with women because I'm very hardcore.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you an example. I want this one guest on my podcast. I've talked to him in November. He was like, cool, I'm gonna do it. Let's film early January. Early January comes, text him, he doesn't respond. Week goes by, he doesn't respond, text him again. Then he goes, and I literally, the way I text, I said, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me?
I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing, I gotta cut you off right there. That's one thing I cannot stand being in this space is double texting. Like I hate,
Really?
yeah, I don't like feeling
But the
like
thing
I'm
is,
big
but
and I
see,
don't
this
like
is
that.
the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it makes me feel like a fan. Like,
Right.
and as close to a lot of these people as I am, I've never been like fanned out.
I don't care what you think about me. At the end of the day, I want to get the episode in. So if I have to text you 15 times, my ego, my pride can go to
Nah,
my
but if you
ass,
say
and
you're
then I
gonna
will-
do it, then I just expect you to do what you
Right.
said you was gonna do. That's all.
And so like in the last week, I've texted him twice, then he didn't respond. Then I happened to meet him in person, and I was like, yo,
What's going on?
what's
I done
going
text
on?
you.
Literally, and
Multiple
I caught him
times.
I did it like it was all like on camera too. So he's like, oh no, I'm gonna come on, just text me this weekend. Text him this weekend, no response. Text him again, no response. Then I like somebody else from his like surrounding reached out, and I was like, hey, hit him up, tell him to come on the show. And then I responded to his story, and I was like, hey, like, do you want me to send a pigeon at this point, or like, how are you gonna? And he's like, I told you I'm gonna give you a day.
I told you. See, yeah, that would have been it for me.
See, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. That's the thing about me. I've been in sales my entire life.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not a good
You
salesperson.
can, unless you tell me fuck off,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop. I don't care if I have to text you 25 times. Until you block me, I'm not gonna stop. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, I need the episode.
Yeah.
I want the
fellas,
episode.
Because you're
I ain't
thinking
gonna lie,
business
fellas,
for.
stay
You're thinking
where
of,
you
you
at.
have an objective that you're trying to
Yeah,
reach. So
I'm business minded. So
Yeah.
like to me, the personal shit goes out of the door.
Yeah.
Especially like now with the way that the wave that I'm on right now and where I'm going, everything is business.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like any man I come around, it's
You
business.
just don't have time for it.
I just, you know, and that's the thing, that's another thing. Like if I come around somebody who is like married or something,
Yeah.
it's always business. Like you won't even catch me talking about nothing. I can joke around
Yeah.
like thing or two, but it's business. It's business.
speaking of, let's talk about your podcast because you've had a lot of successful guests on your show. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long have you been here in Atlanta? That's my first question.
Almost 4 years now.
Okay. What would you say was the hardest part about adapting to the Atlanta culture and then getting your name out there to have these type of guests to be on your show?
Okay, so that's a really good question. I've never actually been asked that before, but I think for me, when I came to Atlanta, I didn't know I didn't know one person here. I literally knew nobody in here. There's like a couple of people that I've heard of or like hung out with, but like we weren't cool. And then a promoter reached out to me. And so I was like, well, I used to go out all the time. So I was like, you know what? Let me get on the party scene. Because like, if I go out with a promoter, then I can meet more people. So I started going out with promoters and I started like meeting like random girls, random people. I actually met Tigger, the guy from the Hawks now.
The guy from the Hawks is crazy. Big Tigger is
Big
from
Tigger,
the basement.
listen, me and him, we're cool now. I
Big
met
Tigger
him.
is from the. Have you never seen his TV show?
No, I don't. I didn't know what Love and Hip Hop was when I moved to Atlanta.
Oh, Love
I
and
did not
Hip
know
Hop.
none of
You are
that.
killing me, Les. He
but-
got famous from having like he did a show called The Basement. BET had him on The Basement.
But I moved from California, so like I was in a bubble. I was in the Bay Area. I was in a tech bubble. I never knew nothing about the entertainment world. Never.
you're getting too
So I
old,
moved to
man.
Atlanta just because I wanted like to just move the environment. I started going out. I started meeting all these people, and then it gets to the point I'm like, okay, I'm outside, but like, what the hell? What do I get out of it? Like,
Right.
I don't get nothing out of it. And so, 2 years in, a year and a half in, I just happened to stumble across a person who was like, hey, I want to learn how to play tennis. And I said, well, I haven't played in 2 years, but like, let's get on the court because like, I would love to play. I would love to get the dust off my racket and
Yeah.
play again. Because it's been like 2.5 years since I picked up the racket. So we started playing tennis, and I randomly put the camera behind me and recorded me because I just wanted to see my technique. Because I was like, obviously I'm rusty, but like I don't like the way I'm hitting. So I posted it on Instagram.
was it one of those videos where you was like looking in the camera and shit?
Nah.
She actually plays tennis.
No. Like it's not like I actually play. So So I posted the video, and then like all of a sudden things started like picking up. And so I was like, why don't I start posting content? Because I never thought about it before. And so I started posting content, and I started like, I'm a natural networker. So I just get out if I go out, I'm a network. Like I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna understand what you do. Like I know where to go. You know, I'm very like picky with what I do. And so I just started meeting more and more and more people. And all of a sudden it's like this like tall blonde Russian girl on the scene, you know, like in Atlanta, because like there's no other tall Russian girl on the scene. So, and especially like looking like me.
Right.
So all of a sudden, like, you know, I go to MCK all the time. I meet the owners at MCK. I go to St. Regis all the time. I meet like the butlers that work there. You know, I go to like Chops, you know, I meet the bartenders. So I'm like kind of like in the scene. And once I started posting content, I was like, man, let me go full in. Like, let me just start doing this. At first I posted twice a week, then 3 times a week. And then I started posting every day. And then what took me off was, I remember I kept seeing Rich and Unemployed podcast everywhere. Jonathan was all over, like, you know, Finesse Only Club. He was everywhere, and he was pissing me off. His content was just getting on my nerves, because I was like, you're belittling women so bad, and the way that you treat them is just like so annoying. I was like, I just want to sit across from him, and I just want to tell him that he ain't shit.
Yeah.
And I remember I met him one time. I met him at the garden room, and I see him, and I was like, man, he thinks like he's all of that. I was like, he ain't shit. And I looked at him, and because he didn't say hi, nothing. And then a couple months later, when I was playing tennis with that person, I told him, I said, hey, I want to go and do his podcast. I've never done a podcast in my life before. I was like, I want to go and do his podcast. He's like, well, I'm gonna reach out. So I had him reach out. I met another photographer who was like, let me reach out to him. So like both of them hit him up, and then I hit him up, and then he goes, hey, I actually think it would be a dope idea. Come out. And then like he gives me a date. So I go to his loft, and then we start filming the podcast. Never met him before. Like, I mean, I've never talked to him before. And that podcast got, I think it did 300,000 views.
Wow.
Like, mind you, I have 2,000 followers on Instagram. I'm just starting out with my tennis content. And then like that show took off. And then like me and him, we kind of like started like more and more like talking about like this whole content thing. And I was just kind of like trying to like learn more game from him. And then like, you know, I started coming around with like all of his crew. Then we actually ended up going to Miami, going to Art Basel. Then I met more people. And then that's how I met my first sponsor at Art Basel in Miami. And then I ran into him at Lifetime. So another thing, I went to Lifetime, and I started networking at Lifetime. Like, so many people that I met in Atlanta came from Lifetime. And it's just one after another. But again, the way that people always ask me, how do you get those guests? I post content.
Yeah.
People reach out to me at this point because they see something and they're like, this is interesting. Like, or like, how does this work? But also, every episode that I do, I'm prepared for it. Like, anybody who comes on my show, people think I'm an industry plan and I have my cards, right?
Yeah.
I write everything out. So I watch hours of content. If somebody is a content creator or an artist or whatever they do, I watch their content, I analyze their content, and then I write the episodes out. So I produce my own shows. So I'm a creative director, I'm a producer, and I know what questions to ask, and I know how to do those things, you know? So that's how, like, there's no secret sauce to it. It's just like, just be consistent and keep posting and, you know, keep doing your thing. Like, that's literally the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of crazy how everything took a turn. It's just, it's never been a dream. I've always wanted to have a show. I didn't know it was going to be a podcast because I said, man, podcasts are lame. And
I thought the same thing too before we started ours.
And then
my whole thing, because you used to tell me that all the time, and it was, for me, it was just quality content.
Yeah.
Like, regardless if it's in the podcasting space, it's just quality content because it's timeless. You can go back and watch an episode from your pod 5 years from now, and it's gonna hit the same way. You feel what I'm saying? Because you just put out quality content.
Yeah, and that's why I always say, like, at first I was so worried about the numbers. I was worried about the followers because, you know, like when I started the page, it's like it's at 0 followers, and so like now my personal page has grown, but my podcast page is like at 200 followers. Like, who, like, people are not gonna take me serious. So I at first, like, I got so like, you know, it really like got to me. And then I said, you know what, fuck it. Like, cause at the end of the day, you can see somebody who has 1 million followers, but they have less engagement than me. Like the engagement that I have on all of the profiles that I have on social media is crazy. Like, it's unheard of. Sometimes I'm like, there's a month when I had 15 million views on my Instagram alone. 15 million views.
It's a lot.
Like, that's a lot. It's like, it's bigger than population of multiple countries in Europe, you know? Or like, even like having like consistently 3 to 5 million views on one profile alone. Like, it's bananas. Like, sometimes I'm like, I can't wrap my head around it because it's crazy. And it's like, all I got to do is just talk and be myself. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I got to do. Like, this is crazy.
I do want to ask one last question. As far as your audience, I'm very curious to know who makes up the majority of your audience.
Man, absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, like, what it's like, the thing is, like, you know, if you were to think about who do you like to watch, like, you know, girls like to watch girls, you know, but girls like to watch girls that are doing all this, like, get ready with me and like day in life. My content is not that. My content is not cutesy. Like, it's sporty. It's, you know, we're very bold with the conversations we're having. So sometimes that can come across offensive. Sometimes that can come across funny. So like, I'm not, you know, and I never really thought that like women are going to be my audience, but it's picking up more now. So like now it's getting kind of like more and more women. And I actually meet a lot of women in real life who like walk up to me like, oh my God, I just started following you. I just started following you. But obviously like men, because I guess like they find me attractive or whatever they try to do with me.
Because that definitely helps.
That helps, but also like I can show you a lot of my messages. It's like, you're an inspiration, you're a motivation. I don't care. Like the way that I react to comments, you know, every negative comments, and sometimes I can say some shit, but usually I'd be like, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I literally
kill them with kindness.
But that's just how I am.
Yeah.
I don't care. Even if I'm fighting with somebody, I will always just say like, you know, it's all love. Like, you know, this is how I feel.
Not me. I'm going below the belt.
But what are you gonna get out of it? Like, you're just gonna stir more drama. But what satisfaction?
Hey, look, y'all jump in this comment section if y'all want to on some bullshit. I'ma humble you fast.
But then what? You're just gonna stir some more. If the thing is, like, if you're gonna kill them in kindness, if you're actually gonna, because some people might actually have a bad day. And if you go and you respond to them, hey, I hope you have a better day. Like, if you want to talk, let me know. You would be surprised. People literally just say, hey, I just wanted your attention. Hey, like, you know, I've been going through all of this and this. So like now they're just like trauma dumping, and you know that they don't, like, people don't really mean those things. Like, it's just because something is really going on in their life and they're just hurt. And the only outlet they have is social media, because they can't do it in any other place. Like, they can't, you know, that's the only place they have where they can be safe, because they're protected, because nobody's gonna actually physically punch them.
No judgment. It's like that. It's like that. The internet. That's just the shield. That's we talked about that earlier.
And you cannot, if you want to do content, you cannot like take all of that to heart. I flip all those comments and I turn them into my content. They tell me I'm fat. They tell me that my, you know, every time I hit my forehand, I need to not bend my elbow. So now I'm gonna just clown that. I'm gonna tell them, hey, I'm fat, I'm fluffy. You know what? Let me get on peptides. So now, boom, sponsorship right there. You know, they say I have horse teeth, I'm ugly, I'm this and that. Boom, med spa membership. You know, the sponsorship with med spa. Again, sponsorship with Invisalign, sponsorship with the orthodontist. Like, you know, they say something, I can flip it around and make it into content, because it's engagement. If they're talking about it now, let me give them back to that. And then, you know, if I do something on the tennis court where I throw my tennis racket, what people don't understand is that most of those rackets, they're either broken already, and so I'm breaking them on camera because they've already been broken. Or if I throw my racket, it goes into the fence, so actually racket does not get damaged because there's no impact.
Yeah.
But I want to break my racket, I'm gonna hit it on the court. But like, I'm an entertainer.
I think in one of your videos you actually did break.
Of course, I did break a racket because it was a broken racket that I got from my sponsor. Shout out to Premier Racket Sports. I literally went there and I said, do you have a broken racket? And so, because they have returns of broken rackets, so some of them they can return back to the factory and then see if they can get the new one back. And then like, obviously they can't do nothing with it. They just gotta, you know, they're just gonna eat the cost of it.
Yeah.
So I went there and I said, hey, let's do a collab post. I want to break a racket on camera. Sure. I literally had to have a guy teach me how to break a racket. Like, this is how crazy it is. Like, behind the scenes, there was a man who was teaching me how to break a racket, because there's a certain angle you got to hit the racket on the court. But this is what I'm saying. Like, people don't see that because I curate what I post.
Yeah.
I show them, like, every video that I post, I know what it's going to do. Every negative, like, where me screaming, yelling, I know what it's going to do. You're disrespectful to the sport. I mean, shit, I don't play professional sport. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I know that's right.
I pay my own bills. Like, you know, it is what it is. And that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to make sport like more inclusive.
Feminine energy.
Huh?
Like empowerment energy
feminine
over here.
But that's the thing about
Feminist.
me. I don't care who you are, a man or a woman. If I can empower you, if I can speak some words of wisdom into you, I'm gonna do that. I just wish I did that more to myself. That's the only thing that I don't do to myself. I'm very, very hard on myself. But maybe that's what keeps me going too, you know?
Yeah. Well, Les, we appreciate you stopping by.
Man, we appreciate you coming to kick it with us.
You don't have no
man.
more shit to talk?
I don't even feel like I've been talking shit though. I really feel like I did good.
I'm used to it. I'm immune to it now. So
So what
did
you
a
gonna
little
call
bit
me
of
white
it.
now?
No, you don't like being called white. You're Eastern Russian.
Okay, we're gonna.
how
get back
can people find you on social media, Les?
Courtside Les on all social media platforms. Also Talk Less Show. That's my show. You can find it on literally all the platforms too. So and then talkless.shop if you want to shop my merch. That's another platform that you can find me on.
All right, fellas, look, don't DM me.
They gonna DM you,
Do
Spoon.
not DM me.
If you were like 6'6", a former NBA player, then you might DM me.
Okay, really quick. 3 non-negotiables.
You gotta have a personality. You gotta
Okay.
be funny. And
Gotta be black. You know, I already said that. That go your three.
that's
Swift.
automatic.
That go your 3.
No, hold up. Personality, funny, and you can't be cheap. I hate cheap people.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. It's your girl JQ,
And it's your boy Spoon.
and we're out.
And we're out.